All right, welcome to the relationship show. This woman writes this post. Do guys actually like girls to message first? I'm going to give you an answer. Yes. Specifically from my perspective, totally. That is one of the biggest things. If a woman messages you first, otherwise, I'm probably not going to message her because it's like when guys get into chasing, that's when so many problems happen. It's like if you message her first, it's all you. She already has her guard up against you chasing her, even if you're not really like totally like chasing her, but she's probably had so many experiences with guys who are totally needy, totally chasing her, and then like won't leave her alone. And so she's got her guard up if you message her first. So if she messages you first, it's like she initiated it. Okay, now I can, set a date, set a definite date, or get to know her first. That's what I want to do is get to know her with a few questions, just kind of see how cool she is or whatever, and then set a definite date, time, location, and then lock the date in, um, or at least get her number and then call her a few days later and then set the date then. Um, but as far as it's okay. As far as when women message me first, I think that's awesome because it really kind of shows that they're more in their feminine energy. It's not about her controlling the relationship. It's not about anything like that. But it also shows guts too, because a lot of the women aren't don't have the guts, I guess, yeah, guts to message guys for the risk of rejection. A lot of them just get spoiled because how many choices they really have. Um, so she's 26, been using Tinder for a few months. I used to only let the guys to message first because there are way too many matches. Like, look at that. I mean, it's like totally. I mean, it's like you have options, especially if you're women. It's like studies show that guys swipe much more to the right or saying yes to the woman than women swipe right towards guys. But they just have so many more options. And so it's kind of like they have to qualify or go more in depth about who they pick and who they choose, and usually that's in like the top 20% of the guys. So the top 20% of like, and Tinder say the top 20% profiles, that's who they're going to swipe right on. But I'm trying to adopt a more proactive attitude towards life in 2021, so I decided recently to message guys first on Tinder. However, after some conversations, I noticed that guys that I message first seem to be less likely to keep the conversation going or even just respond to my message in the first place. Okay, so also realize that guys swipe right on so many women that it's almost like, yeah, I'd hook up with her and maybe I'm not really totally interested in her, but I would like hook up with her. Um, and then when they message you, it's like, well, I probably won't go. I don't really want to go on a date. I'm just not that attracted. That's what it is. Um, I didn't send any low effort message. Yeah, I don't think it's that. So I don't think it's any low effort message. If you just break the ice, that's enough. Um, I actually read the bio of everyone and came up with interesting questions, comments. Okay. Um, I don't think it's going to make a difference whether you do that. You say like try to be like funny or try to be that, or you break the ice. It's like if a guy knows what he's doing, then he's going to recognize you breaking the ice as taking some courage, and that you chose basically the guy over so many matches and so many options you have. And so he's going to recognize that you have some kind of interest in him in some way. And so he's going to, get to know you a little bit over Tinder, something like online dating. Um, but then he's going to set a definite date within a short period of time. I've read so many posts on Reddit about how guys hating the gender imbalance. It's like, oh, like they're not looking at the reality of the situation. It's like they're thinking like, oh, everything should be equal and everyone should be friends and everyone should get along, but it's not the reality in how things are structured. It's not like women just have so many more options with guys, and so it's like the guys who say stuff like this are just like failing over and over with women. They don't know what to do with women. They don't know how attraction works. And so they basically try to get attention and get a bunch of upvotes, likes, whatever, for saying stuff like this. On like, oh, someone hurt me. It's like, oh man, I've been, and then all these other people are like, oh, I've been hurt too, because they don't understand women or attraction. And so it's like, yeah, that's probably it. It's like blaming something, blaming this imbalancing. It's like not even blaming like what's really, what would be a realistic a realistic response, like, to women. It's like women have so many options. Again, it's like they don't have to do these huge messages. And then how often do those huge messages and those huge high effort messages work for you? Probably not very often. It's like that whole thing is like, it's just about getting to the point, get to the point of what you want, be clear about what you want, set a definite date, be direct, decisive. It's not about doing like this whole extravagant thing on, oh, I have to make this huge gesture in order to get her to like me and get her to go on a date with me. It's not how it works. It's just be direct, decisive, get to the point, set a definite date, have fun. That's it. It's like if you talk to a woman, go up to her in person, it's like just have a conversation with her. How's it going? How's the weather? You seem to be new at the gym. Are you new at the gym? I haven't seen you around. It doesn't have to be this huge pickup line, catchphrase, high effort message. And even that's probably going to get you in trouble more often than not. So the whole situation now just puzzled me so much. Any thoughts? Yeah, I would say that I like when women message me first for sure, because it's like it eliminates that guard they have up of like the guy initiating the conversation, because she has her guard up about so many guys chasing her, so she's wary, if you will, and that isn't there if she's chasing the guy. And plus it makes him makes him feel good for sure. So I'd say message guys first, and then if you get rejected, so what? I mean, it's like, yeah, I mean, what's the difference?